Thanks so much for watching us here on your Thursday at noon. I'm Brooke Hatch, joined by meteorologist Austin Evans, talking about the frost warning now that'll be in place for this evening, right?
Yes, freeze warning tonight, area wide, and it's just going to get pretty chilly. If you're like me, you try to go deep into winter without turning on that heat, you're probably going to be tested this evening and into tomorrow. And it's not going to last through the weekend, but it is going to be pretty cold. And there's that freeze warning until tomorrow morning. Again, that is the entirety of Kentuckiana under that. And we're looking at lows into tomorrow morning, possibly in the upper 20s for some of you. I'll have details on that coming up in my full check of weather. And that's really the weather story today. Widespread frost tonight. We are looking at some rain this weekend, slightly warmer temperatures on the way for this weekend and into next week. Here's a lovely shot from our U of L campus camera brought to you by River City Eye Care and our Shriners Children's Hospital camera network. It is pretty chilly out there still. We're in the 50s right now here in the Louisville metro and pretty much everywhere else. So 61 in Mumfordsville right now. Shepherdsville 57, 58 degrees in Campbellsville, and satellite radar showing not a whole lot going on, and that is what we were expecting right now. And take a look here at Futurecast going through the rest of your afternoon. Going to be right near that 60-degree mark for highs today, so we're really not going to be warming up all that much. And then tonight you can see how quickly we cool down in the 30s by 11 o'clock in some locations. And then yes, as we start off your Friday, we will be in the lower 30s, if not the upper 20s in a few locations. So widespread frost is expected tomorrow morning. Here's that hourly planner. You can catch the numbers every couple of hours or so. It is still going to be breezy throughout the day, so it's going to feel a little bit cooler depending on where you are and if you're in the shade especially. I'll have details on the rest of your work week coming up in my full forecast.
Austin, thank you. The suspect in a deadly shooting at an apartment complex in Jeffersontown remains on the run today. Police said around noon Wednesday someone alerted them to a shooting on Arbor Point Drive over at Point at Stony Brook Apartments. Inside one of those units, police found the victim. We spoke to a neighbor who said she's not completely surprised.
Been kind of expecting something like this to happen because there's been a lot of people coming just in and out.
The neighbor said she gave police her Ring doorbell camera from after the shooting. All the video from that. Police are also asking for more surveillance video from neighbors. You can send them through email or call the number 502-267-0503. Last night, J-Town also hosted its first night out event with the police department. It gives the community a chance to get to know the first responders. Officer Steve Fisher made a point to speak to the younger students in the crowd.
I feel that I can offer that sense of comfort to them. What's up, partner? How's it going? And let them know that they see a familiar face and a friend and somebody that they can come up to. Did y'all get enough to eat?
Well, police said they do hope community events like this one bring in tips on certain cases like that Wednesday homicide. Happening today, a former DuPont Manual High School teacher federally charged with distributing child sex abuse material should appear in court. 51-year-old Brian Hines, a former theater teacher, is accused of distributing material to an undercover law enforcement officer back in August. He's set to be arraigned at 2 o'clock today. If convicted, Hines faces between 5 and 40 years in prison. An update now on a case of animal cruelty. 49-year-old Tymaine Harris from Louisville is accused of abusing 19 dogs, now in jail with 2 other co-defendants. Metro Animal Services is now looking for your help in either fostering or adopting these pups. The images given to us were quite graphic. We only chose to show a few because they might be hard to watch. During a drug raid on Tuesday, police found 19 dogs badly abused. 3 were euthanized because of their health. The remaining 16 are undergoing medical evaluations at LMAS. 9 are available for adoption today. We talked with the director of the Arrow Fund, an organization that pays medical bills for abused pets. She said rescued animals need more time to recover from trauma.
Cats and dogs are like people. They have emotions, and they have memories, and so that's what's really important to remember. It does take a while for an animal to bounce back.
If you are interested in adopting one of those dogs, just head to Metro Animal Shelter on Newburgh Road. The QR code on your screen takes you to the LMAS website with all of the information. Later today, Governor Andy Beshear and Lieutenant Governor Jacqueline Coleman will join the Kentucky State Police in honoring the 4 people who saved a trooper's life during a string of shootings that ended in the deaths of 2 women in July. The first shooting happened in Fayette County near the Bluegrass Airport, where a gunman shot a trooper, Jude Ramillion, during a traffic stop. The shooter then fled to Richmond Road Baptist Church, where he shot 4 more people, killing 2 of them, before he was gunned down by police. Today, KSP said Trooper Ramillion survived because of the quick actions of 4 people on scene. We'll be hearing from them this afternoon, at which time we'll also see newly released body camera video from that day. A new sheriff and a new headquarters. The Jefferson County Sheriff's Office is still downtown, but now on West Market Street. Interim Sheriff David James marked that transition and revealed some of the changes to the department Wednesday. Alexander Goldberg and senior photojournalist Alyssa Newton were there.
Unveiling a new headquarters for the Jefferson County Sheriff's Office, signaling changes on the ground and in community culture.
The building that we had before was not very interactive with the public, I guess is the best way to say that. But here it's at street level, you could come in.
It's here in the heart of downtown on West Market Street where the newly sworn in interim sheriff, David James, serves until January of 2027. Even with that, he says changes are on the horizon.
We're going to be working to making the Jefferson County Sheriff's Office a more transparent organization.
First, a new public dashboard tracking what deputies are doing.
One of their responsibilities is emergency protective orders, warrants, all those types of things. Those are all going to be out there to see.
Second, a new training room dedicated to the late Sheriff John Aubrey, who James replaced.
And it has his picture on it.
One of the main themes we've heard throughout this transition is continuing the legacy of Sheriff John Aubrey, something prominent community members say is just as important to them as it is the department.
Hopefully that same community outreach will be able to prevail with the new sheriff.
Bishop Dennis Lyons is a local pastor and the chaplain for the sheriff's office. He says the department under Sheriff Aubrey was focused on community bridging. He's hopeful that standard will continue. In Louisville, Alexander Goldberg, WHAS11 on your side.
Sheriff James also teased to another department announcement in a couple of weeks coming up on November 3rd. We'll be there.